Let us now look into the first subtopic of the chapter linear equations in two variables, and that is solving a linear equation in one variable. Okay, now what is a linear equation? I hope we have actually studied this in our previous classes. Let us have a small recap of this. An equation of degree 1 is called a linear equation. Yes, but what do we mean by degree? The highest power of the unknown in an equation is called the degree of an equation. Okay, let us take some examples. 3x plus 2y plus z equal to 0, 2x plus 4 is equal to 3y plus 2, 15x minus 5y equal to 2. You can see in all of these equations the degree is 1. Okay, so all of these equations are called linear equations. Okay, now here we have a special category of linear equations, that is nothing but simple equations. Now what is a simple equation? A linear equation which consists of only one unknown is called as a simple equation. Okay, one unknown in the sense in the equation we will have only one variable. Such an equation is a simple equation. Let us take some examples. Okay, so 3x plus 2 equal to 5, 2z minus 5 equal to 5, 3y plus 10 is equal to 5y minus 15. All of these are examples of simple equations. Okay, right. Let us move ahead and let us learn how we can actually solve a linear equation in one variable. Right. First, before we learn how to solve, let us learn some fundamental things about a linear equation in one variable. Okay, so let us consider a simple equation x is equal to a. Okay, now let us say we are adding a number on both sides of the equation. What happens to the equation? Is there any difference in the equation? No. Okay, so if you are adding a number, you need to add it on both sides of the equation so that the equation does not get disturbed. Here you can see on both sides of the equation we are adding a number b, right? So x plus b is equal to a plus b, right? So I think the same should apply for the subtraction also, right? So if the same number or quantity is subtracted from both sides of an equation, then the equation will remain unchanged, right? So x minus b is equal to a minus b. Isn't that simple? Yes. So always keep in mind, if you are subtracting from one side of the equation, the same number has to be subtracted also from the other side of the equation. Okay, next. If both sides of an equation are multiplied by the same number or quantity, then the equation remains unchanged. Okay, so you're multiplying on one side of the equation, for sure you must be multiplying on the other side as well. Okay, so x into b is equal to a into b. So what is the number that we are multiplying here? Yes, the number b is being multiplied. Okay, next let us perform division. So if both sides of an equation are divided by the same non-zero number or quantity, the equation remains unchanged. Okay, that is if we are taking a number b and we are using that to divide on both sides of the equation, x divided by b is equal to a divided by b. This is the condition. Okay, here we are considering b to be a non-zero number. Right? So these are some of the rules that you need to remember while you solve an equation. So let us now move into the actual procedure of solving an equation in one variable. Let us learn that with the help of a problem. Okay, solve the equation 2x minus 20 is equal to 28 minus 6x. Okay, so let us see how we can solve this. What is the first step? In the first step, we need to ensure that all the unknown quantities are on the left hand side and the known quantities or constants are on the right hand side. Okay, so here in this equation, if you can see, 2x and minus 6x are the unknown quantities, 28 and minus 20 are the known quantities. Okay, so what are we going to do? We have to send minus 6x onto the left hand side and minus 20 onto the right hand side. So what happens? What do we get? We get 2x plus 6x is equal to 28 plus 20. Okay, let us see the next step. Add all the terms containing the unknowns on the left hand side and the known quantities in the right hand side so that each side of the equation contains only one term. Okay. Now, if you can see on the left hand side, we have two terms, and on the right hand side also we have two terms. Okay. We have to add all the quantities on the left hand side and also all the quantities on the right hand side individually, so that we have only one term on each side of the equation. So what do we get? 2x plus 6x gives us 8x. 28 plus 20 gives us 48. So 8x is equal to 48. Now what are we going to do? We need to actually simplify this equation further to give us the value of x. So what can be done for that? We can divide by the coefficient of the unknown. Here the unknown is x. So we divide by the coefficient of x on both sides of the equation. As we learned earlier, if we divide on both sides of the equation, the equation remains unchanged, right? Okay, so 8x by 8 is equal to 48 by 8. 8 and 8 get cancelled. X is equal to 48 by 8. 48 by 8 is 6, right? So x is equal to 6. So the value of the unknown here is x is equal to 6. Now we are going to learn how to represent this in the form of a number line. Okay, here you can see that we have only one number to be represented. So do you think a number line is sufficient for this? Yes, it is sufficient, right? Because we have already learned that for one number to be represented, we have been representing integers and all on the number line, right? So to represent one number, we can use a number line. So let us see how we can represent x is equal to 6 on the number line. So this is your number line. Where can you find x is equal to 6? It is plus 6. So on to the right hand side of 0, here you have plus 6. So this is x is equal to 6, and this is how we can represent a linear equation in one variable on the number line. Okay, in other words, we can also call this as the geometrical representation of a linear equation in one variable. I really hope this is clear to you. Let us move ahead and now talk about the standard form of a linear equation in two variables. Okay, now what is the standard form of a linear equation in two variables? Let us see that. A linear equation in two variables can be written in the form of ax plus by plus c is equal to 0, where a, b and c are real numbers other than zeros. Okay, now here you can see that this is the standard form ax plus by plus c equal to 0. Here the most important thing is that the values of a, b and c are real numbers, but they cannot be equal to 0. Okay, right. So let us move ahead and now solve a small problem based on this particular topic. That is, we will be given an equation and we will be able to actually represent it in the form of the standard form of a linear equation in two variables. Okay, so let us have a look at the question. Express each of the following equations in the form of ax plus by plus c is equal to 0, and also indicate the values of a, b and c in each case. Okay, let's see the first question. 9x plus 2y is equal to 7. Okay, so 9x plus 2y is equal to 7. This is the question. Now we need it in the form of ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. That is, on the RHS we must have 0. So for that purpose, this plus 7 can be transposed onto the left hand side. So what do we get? 9x plus 2y minus 7 is equal to 0. Yes. Now let us compare it with the standard form ax plus by plus c equal to 0. Okay, can you please tell me the value of a? A is equal to 9, B is equal to 2, and what is the value of C? C is equal to minus 7. Right? Okay, let's look at the next one. 5x is equal to 6. Right. Now what are we going to do? First thing, I think we can bring the plus 6 onto the left hand side. Right. So what do we get? 5x minus 6 is equal to 0. But is this in the standard form already? Just have a look. Ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. The y term is missing, right? So what are we going to do then? Let us see what we can do. 5x plus 0 into y minus 6 is equal to 0. So we have the y term, but we don't have the y term. That is how this is, right? So 5x plus 0 into y minus 6 is equal to 0 is the standard form. Now let us compare it with this form ax plus by plus c equal to 0. What is the value of a? A is equal to 5. Value of b? B equal to 0. C is equal to minus 6. Can you see how easy this is? This is one of the most important questions that you can expect in your exam. Okay, right. I really hope this subtopic was clear to you. Thank you for watching the session.